The Nuzlocke of the main game is officially successful. Now yes, again, I obviously prepared a lot for that fight because of Hydreigon. You saw what happened during the Elite Four. If I didn't explicitly prepare for that Hydreigon, this run wouldn't have happened. Not even if I used Reshiram, because Reshiram was probably slower than Hydreigon and would get killed by the Dragon attack. So yeah, and we did this with 8 losses in total. That is pretty freaking amazing, I have to admit. Whatever. So one by the heart, blah blah blah, pitiful stuff. And the end really does have a lot to think about now, because now, for the first time in his life, he's been proven wrong. Yeah, okay, it's really horrible how he's been treated. But that doesn't change the fact of he's been pursuing what he's thought has been right his entire life, and for the first time he's been proven wrong. Yeah, well, that's what happens, and we are not necessarily against each other that much. Yeah, you have to embrace other people's ideas, and you know what, that is a really important point to note. If you actually stop to think about what this game's ending plot is like, there are some very prominent life lessons in there. And he gets taken away, probably getting jailed and all that. But yeah, there really are some very important sort of life lessons, moral choices and stuff in this. And it's it will probably go over the heads of the kids that play the game, but there's just something about it which, when you actually take the time to analyze it, is amazingly beautiful. It's not something you'd expect from a Pokemon game, even though Pokemon games are for kids by default, and so, you know, they're supposed to teach good stuff, right? That's what they usually do, but this has taken it one step further, and has been truly inspiring when you actually read into it. I hope I'm not sounding too sappy with that there, but it really is. If you actually take the time to read it, it's so deep. Well, that's what happened in the end, and pleasure to be there. Oh, we have met a lot of different Pokemon, that's for sure. Exactly, Zeolot, that's the point here. This is just one really great example of story in the game, you know, the way it's concluded here. Okay, the story of the game has kind of been a bit annoying sometimes, in terms of, you know, pestering from Bianca and Sharon being all emo and all of that. I will not say the entire story of this has been amazing, but when it comes down to it, when the important stuff actually happened, the story in this is probably the best that Pokemon has ever had. So that is Pokemon Black, guys. This doesn't sound like a Pokemon credit song, to be honest. This sounds like something you'd hear in Golden Sun. Am I the only one that thinks that? Now, I guess we've got to talk about post-game here, because post-game is something which is available now, obviously, now that we've completed the main game of it. I don't know about the post-game right now. There are two reasons for this. One of them is that the post-game randomly starts at like level 65, so I'm gonna have to do grinding just to be able to do the post-game, and that is kind of dumb. The second is that I've actually never done the post-game of either game. I've played around with it a little bit, I did explore all of the towns, but I've actually never done the post-game on any of them, so I don't even know all of what's involved in this. Now, that might not necessarily be a terrible thing because I'll have the stream chat to help me out, which is good. And if you guys would like to help guide and stuff with that, I'd be happy to give it a go, I suppose. I don't really feel like I should end the LP off here, but I will admit, when I did the little bits of the post-game before, I did get bored of it when I was just playing it by myself when the game came out. I will be fully honest, I didn't complete it because I got bored, and I don't know all of what I need to show in the post-game. So I'm gonna need a lot of help from you guys if you want me to actually do it. And this is where it's gonna be blind as well as still Nuzlocke rules. Because yeah, post-game doesn't stop the Nuzlocking. This is still gonna be a Nuzlocke, even in the post-game. Because that would make sense, you know? This is a random Nuzlocke, and god damn it, I am gonna keep it as a random Nuzlocke. I know the post-game of this game is nowhere near as big as, say, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, because that was an entire new region and such. But there is a lot of exploration still to do here. And honestly, I want to do it, but at the same time I might not do it for a while. Partly because of the training thing, partly because I want to get other projects going too. I've spent all of Easter weekend doing Pokemon Black so that I could finish it off in the main game stuff. And I think with the amount of episodes of this I have, for just now, it's break time. I need to do my other projects first for a bit. We will come back to this, because people seem to want the post-game from the chat stuff here. We will come back to this later on. And we shall see how the post-game will treat us here. For now, however, just one last thing to do with this. Even though this part has been going for 47 minutes at this point, and that is ridiculous, we do need to sort of set the final bit in motion here. We need to rest. We need to lay to rest our last dear friend, and look at that Reshiram, I guess. But we need to set our dear Aquafino to rest, because he served us very well through the whole game. The second Pokemon we ever caught. Obviously came through a name change as well, and well, that was one awesome thing to come out of this, you know, the whole viewer interaction. But we need to lay our dear friend to rest. And to just see, to reminisce with the Pokemon who have fallen in this great journey. So, new person! This is a person from Platinum, actually. He is known as the codename of Looker. Really weird person. But yeah, Looker is involved in this, and he has been investigating Team Plasma, apparently. And so he came over here because he is some weird international disguised policeman person. We're gonna probably see Looker eventually in my LP career, because I wouldn't mind doing Platinum, to be honest. But yes, all the members of Team Plasma have split up. However, the main thing that I do know from the post-game is that the Sages kind of got away. The seven Sages... Wasn't Getsis one of the 7 Sages? I thought Getsis was caught at the end there. But anyway, the 7 Sages have dispersed and are now hiding through the region. So we have to go and find them at this point and turn them in, basically. I don't know where very many of them are. I know where 1 or 2 of them are, but yeah, we'll see. So anyway, we get an item from him, which is finally something I can use without the Super Rod. We finally get a way of fishing which is awesome. What has to do? Looking for people, blah 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 blah. Magnificent question stuff. Absolutely nothing to do with anything. Yeah, but we're gonna do it anyway. So yes, face it, and employ. You mean deploy, right? I know employ works too, but deploy the rod sounds better. Deploy the rods! Yes. Concentrate your focal point. Dude, that's just, like, dumb. Why the hell would you say it like that? We will use the super rod at some points. I don't think it randomizes this Pokemon, but we'll have a go. We'll have a look and we'll see. And yeah, we'll go with it. But now it is winter time because it is April for me now. So yeah, April, new month, winter time. I don't know what season it's gonna be when we start playing again because I might not even play it for the rest of this month. We'll see how other projects go. Oh, it's fine, Bianca. You did your job. You saved us in the end, actually, because otherwise we'd have been defeated by the sages, right? Yeah, it is April Fool's, so yeah, spoilers, we're not doing the post-game. No, we are. We are gonna do the post-game. So yeah, gets his... Okay, apparently he did escape then. So what is Bianca gonna do? Black City! Sounds like a plan. That's probably gonna be the first place that we'll go to then. We'll leave Route 16, blah blah blah. Yeah. This is the point where, as with all post-games, you start meeting Pokemon from previous regions. Except we've already been doing that because Random Nuzlocke, yeah! Oh, Cedric, how are you doing? So much exposition here. I want to get this done before closing out this part though. Even though this is already over 50 minutes at this point, I think I'm gonna just split this into two separate parts as we go. Because I honestly think that just makes complete sense at this point. Anyway, we get the Pokédex upgrade for National Mode, so now I can see how many Pokemon we literally have found in this. Yeah, completing the National Dex would be a very big challenge. But now we actually see all of the Pokemon that we have been encountering in the wild randomly. I'll be very interested to know just how many I've actually seen now. Blah blah blah, whatever. Meet again, stuff. Yep. So basically, Sharon's gonna travel the world again. Maybe. Sure, why not? I don't know if you actually have to fight Sharon again, to be honest. Maybe, probably not. Anyway, unfortunately I don't have a flying type on me because I didn't have space in my party for that, so I'll just very quickly get through Route 1 here. I'm going to Super Repel as well because I don't want to waste time. And we shall bury the Fallen afterwards. Look at all these gems I picked up whilst training for the Elite Four. It's crazy. This is still one of the coolest songs in the game, by the way. Sharon isn't optional. Well, we've got to fight him then. Because, I mean, if he's available to fight in post-game, we have to fight him. You know, we've got to show everything off here, right? Ooh, we got something. Congratulations! More wallpapers! Oh, yeah! We got some wallpapers, which I'll probably never use. Anyway, first off, we are going to sadly deposit our dear friend Aquafino here. You're a very good ally from my friend. Sadly, you must depart. Moment of silence for Aquafino, everyone. Before we finish off with that, though, this is what we would have had to fight if we were actually fighting Reshiram there and I didn't just quick ball it. As you see, it's an extremely strong special attack. It's actually a very good nature, this, because it could go mixed nicely. It's got a better special defense than physical defense anyway, and its speed is only base 90, so it's actually a very good nature as well. But unfortunately I can't use it, because yeah. Extrasensory is extrasensory as we know. It's got a flinch rate, which is quite good. And Fusion Flare, as I said, is 100 base power, and it does more damage if Fusion Bolt has been used on the same turn, which is kind of good. Yes, in a way, Mino. Like I think my first place of protocol is to do an exploration of the routes which we haven't gone to yet, the routes and the towns. After that, there's gonna be at least a decent bit of interaction with that, you know, because that's good. It's what we need to have with this. But yeah, there will definitely be a good thing of deciding what to do when by everyone else too. So yeah. Yes, but it's also a legendary, so I can't use it. But yeah, you are sort of right. But it's a legendary, so it doesn't. It's above the rules of the Nuzlocke that way. So yeah, our fallen comrades here, Eradicate, died in training, sadly enough. Yeah, I was training it for the Nimbasa gym. Maybe not the gym, but Nimbasa in general, and it died in training, which was pretty terrible. I think it died to a Sigilif actually. That was if I remember rightly, it was Sigilif that killed it, because Sigilif was a murderous beast when I was playing in the, in the early games, because I didn't have a flying resist or a psychic resist at all. Baltoy, I do believe this died in the Nimbasa gym actually to a Molga. I think. I'm pretty sure it died to a Molga. It died to something anyway. It got like crit killed or whatever. Maybe it died to Blitzel using Pursuit. I don't know. The point is, I know it died in the Nimbasa gym. We can never forget Penguist. Unfortunately, hacked out by Croc against Clay. That really sucked. I almost lost the entire run against Clay if I didn't heal in that. Sniffles over here died because I was overzealous with it. That's unfortunate, but yeah, I tried to do too much with it and it just kind of got knocked out. It's a thing. Never really got a chance to use Horai because in the first actual battle that it got used in, it got killed by a stupid monkey with a colon-free face. Ugh. And Centaurus did too. I spent a lot of time trying to work this thing out, trying to train it up so that it'd be useful, and I lost this on a 5% miss rate. Sad face. Siren died valiantly. It's, she did her job, and she did her job very well, and I probably wouldn't have beaten Shauntal without her. So, yeah, definitely rest in peace for you, my dear friend. One of my favourite Pokemon from Gen 4. It's a real shame to see it go. But, yeah. And then Samurott. Man, I'm getting actually welled up here. I'm actually attached to these guys as well. That's what a Nuzlocke does. Losing anything in the Nuzlocke hurts. It really does. But especially those that you have caught. This was like the third or fourth Pokemon I caught in the entire game. Some of these are Pokemon which I have had from the very beginning. And it really does hurt, That's what a Nuzlocke is all about. And what can you say, yeah? That's just how it is. But anyway, for this game, we still have a few decent ones here. I will probably attempt to train Crystal at some point. Because now that I have access to post-game stuff, eventually I'll be able to get moves which it's good with. So, no, technically, actually, Samurott was the second I ever caught. Wisp was the first one I caught. And Wisp did some decent stuff too. But yeah, Samurott was the... Oshawott even was the second Pokemon I ever caught. But yeah... We have a few decent Pokemon still. We're going to be getting more Pokemon as we go, because there are a decent number of places in post-game that we can do stuff. But for now, that's enough. This episode is, before editing, nearly an hour long at this point. And I think it's time to stop for tonight. So, thank you very much everyone for watching. This has been GamerCal with one heck of a journey here. Finishing off the main game of Pokemon Black, Random Nuzlocke. Next time we visit this, we do post-game stuff. I may well stream more of this in between the post game and the you know, what we've done here, because I'll be training. But yeah, we're done. This has been Substitute. You are correct, Exiled. Yeah, once again, thank you very much, especially those who have stuck through from the origins of this, from this game. Because when I first started doing this on YouTube stuff, I honestly didn't know how this was gonna go. But it went very well in the end. I think it went even better when I switched to this style from the YouTube stuff. And yeah, until next time, everyone.